well, but you know, sometimes when it hits you, you just want to go live to your people, to your audience. And today is one of those days. A lot of things going on, and I don't know. I didn't even set it up right. What's it called? Live stream? Well, I think I changed it. Today is somber. Well, it is, because more fucking kids got killed. More kids got killed. Lots of stuff. More kids got killed. What are you going to do about this? Nothing. Nothing gets done about it. Another story about doomerism. It makes me laugh about this whole doomerism thing, because if I was, they like to say, paid for by the fossil fuel industry, you're sure as shit no. I wouldn't be a broke joke like I am. Hi, Kim. And hi, Ken. Hi, Rich. Yeah, I'll make it a good show. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I even have pictures. I set up a folder because, you know what? I thought, well, also, maybe if I shared some of the shit I'm doing around here, nobody else is going to see it. Seriously, nobody's going to see it. So, all right. So we're going to get started with some of the stuff, and while people are joining us. This whole gun thing, 18 kids now, 18 kids. And I've done shows about this. I mean, seriously, I have the last one. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe I will, oh good, at least I fixed it. I'll show you the one that I did how long ago was it now? Holy shit, I mean, it was months ago. And how are all you wonderful people doing? I'm going to find this video, and I might play a little piece of it, because I think I had this, unless I might have uploaded it. I don't know. Let me see if I did. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not all wonderfully prepared for this. Fuck is going on with Mike? All right, let me find a video. So, as you join, we'll talk. We're going to talk about that Doomer article that came out in the BBC, because quite frankly, I'm just fucking sick of these idiots, writing that we are all paid by the fossil fuel industry so that it will be inaction. It's just absolutely crazy. Plus, I also want to test a little bit, and I want to know if my sound is okay. Do I have to make this louder? Sometimes it's not loud enough, and I can't tell with this mic. I push these things, and I don't think it's loud enough, but I don't know. I'm looking at I don't have the right stuff. Let's see. Let me see if I can make it. How do I sound, guys? Tell me. All right, I'm going to find this one video. It was the last time, the last school shooting. And if I can find it, I'm going to give a quick clip of, hey, you can watch, you can see what I'm doing, I guess. Yeah, I'm looking, it's our channel. I'm looking for that, here it is. Okay, here's the video I made. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm not going to play that. I'm going to go back to me. I'm going to screen share it. I think I'll start with playing. I'm going to forward it up, and I think I'm going to start with playing the chick. Okay, here we go. All right, hang on a second. Hang on. All right. Let me get started. I'm going to screen share. Again, I came on, this is the last all right. I'm going to screen share this. Here we go. Let me shut this off. Listen to her, cuz it's the same. It's really what we should be. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I use this music in that. All right. Maybe I'll fast forward it to her. Da 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 da. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now you listen to this chick. Can you hear it? Let me make sure yeah, okay. Yeah, it should be all right. You should be able to hear this.
Asked, how could a 15-year-old even get a gun?
Okay.
So I was going to wait on these remarks to help give the community space to grieve, but in the wake of such callous remarks here
Shit, what happened to her?
is today.
Okay.
But is anyone in this room truly surprised? For
Can't hear her?
years, I have stood up in this chamber
I
year
lost
after
it.
year after year to introduce a resolution
No, it should be
to
on.
recognize Gun Violence Awareness Month. And year after year after year, not only has this resolution not been adopted, the majority
really
hasn't
low.
even let us vote on it.
You can't
year
hear
after
it. And
year
I've got
after
this
year,
on.
I've stood up here.
Shit. You know what? I didn't plan. Hang on. Let me see if I can do this. Hang on. I'm going to do it a different way. I really want you to hear her. Obviously, the screen share doesn't work. I'm going to try a different way. You know, I didn't really plan the show. And you've heard her before. All right. Now, this should work. How about now? Now you can hear it? All right, we're going to start it over and we're going to listen to her. Mallory, she's awesome. Now it's
Yesterday,
perfect.
when asked by
Okay.
a reporter if the legislature would take any action in the wake of the horrific school shooting in Oxford, the senator from the 16th district said, quote, "If we get obsessed with eliminating the risks, we'll evolve into a country that we don't recognize." Last night, I spoke with a group of Cub Scouts over Zoom, and one child asked, how could a 15-year-old even get a gun? So I was going to wait on these remarks to help give the community space to grieve, but in the wake of such callous remarks here in this body, remarks that imply that children killing children is simply the price that we pay in this country, I must rise today. But is anyone in this room truly surprised? For 3 years, I have stood up in this chamber year after year after year to introduce a resolution merely to recognize Gun Violence Awareness Month. And year after year after year, not only has this resolution not been adopted, the majority hasn't even let us vote on it. Year after year after year, I've stood up here merely to ask that we, as the Michigan Senate, are aware of the issue of gun violence. Are we aware now? Is it close enough to home? And does it even matter? Because I can tell you from personal experience what it feels like when a mass shooting impacts you, someone you love, takes someone you know, completely upends and devastates your friends, their families, and their lives forever. It is a feeling that no one should share.
She's kick-ass.
But this morning, countless friends, classmates, family members, teachers, staff, community members now know that same feeling. And
She
they
could be
will
talking
know it
about
forever.
anywhere.
I listened and I watched national news cover this story, and the refrain that commonly started these reports: another school shooting, this time in Michigan. Another, this time. Common language because we all know that there will be a next one, and the one after that, and the one after that, that this is the country that we recognize today. And every time we're told that now is not the time to talk about policy change, now is not the time to push an agenda, every time it's not the time.
Now there's
for
going
the
to be
past
18 more.
22 years since Columbine. If not now, then when? Because this week, a child brought a gun to school and killed 4 other children. Bridge Magazine yesterday reported that this legislature has blocked dozens of gun reform bills this year alone, including bills to create new criminal penalties for adults who fail to keep weapons out of the hands of minors. Would tougher laws have prevented this 15-year-old from getting access to his father's gun? I don't know. But I do know that doing nothing didn't stop this from happening. And if we continue to do nothing, then it will keep happening again and again and again. Another shooting, this time. This is the only country in the world where this regularly happens. We are killing each other. Children are killing children. We live in a country where there are more guns than people. And anytime anyone brings up any ideas to help stop gun violence and put safety measures in place, we hear outcries of freedom. We hear that it is a right, that it shall not be infringed. But what about the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Why are children's lives worth less than guns? Because if I'm not mistaken, ever since the NRA changed course after Columbine by telling you that your rights are under attack and that someone is coming for your guns, has anyone ever come for your guns? Instead, we've seen record gun sales year after year after year, meaning there are more guns in our communities, and that easy access to firearms has created a reality where children are killing children. And instead of addressing the root cause, we have been training children on drills to make themselves less likely to be killed. Are you in this job to represent the people that you protect to serve, or are you here to sell guns? We can't even recognize gun violence in this chamber. Wouldn't dare, right? So I'm not going to stand up here today and ask you to do something because you've already made that choice. But if you're not going to do anything, then get out of the way so that some of us can at the very least try.
Wow.
Yesterday.
Good evening. Wow.
Welcome to Environmental
That was
Coffee
pretty
House.
heavy. Yeah, that was pretty heavy, I would say, huh? Wouldn't you say? She's good. She's really good. But what has changed? Now there's 19. I'm pretty sure it's 19 kids. It's good to see you all. 19 kids. And nobody's going to know what happened yet, of course. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I really don't. You're in Canada. It's the price you pay for not seeing a well-regulated militia as the National Guard, but as fat idiots. Yeah. Okay, here we got a little poem here, and I'm gonna read it. England, America is a gun, by Brian Bilson. England is a cup of tea. France, a wheel of ripened brie. Greece, a short, squat olive tree. America is a gun. Brazil is a football on the sand. Argentina, Maradona's hand. Germany, an oompa band. But America is a gun. Holland is a wooden shoe. Hungary, a goulash stew. Australia, a kangaroo. America is a gun. Japan is a thermal spring. Scotland is a Highland fling. Oh, better to be anything than America as a gun. Yeah, fuck. America as a gun. All right. Well, I think that I'm going to change gears a little bit, guys. And I'm going to bring on this article because, we could talk about the problems in the United States with guns till we're blue in the face, and it doesn't change. I've said it before. I am a weapon owner. It's an old shotgun. I know how to use it, but I would very happily register it, Try to fix this thing. I want you to tell me if this is louder. Is this louder? I can't tell. I'm afraid to touch the mic. Sometimes it unhooks and then it screws up everything. I don't know if I made it louder or lower. All right. Here we go. You posted that poem? I didn't see it. I saw it on I think I'm making myself lower. I saw it on Twitter. Okay. I take your gun away, Sandy. Just, I shot it the other day, actually. I target shot in my backyard. It's old, but I would register it. I've had it. It's old, but that's not the issue here. The issue here is the manufacturing. The issue here is people making money. All of the manufacturing companies making money selling the weapons of mass destruction that are happening. We don't know anything. So let's move on. I want to move on because, I'm good on volume. Thank you. I just threw this together at the last minute. I guess before we do this, maybe I'll show you what the hell. I'm going to show you. Here's one I got. Let's see if I can make it bigger. I mean, I have nothing set up. Extinction is the rule, survival is the exception. Hope is a mistake. If you can't fix what's broken, you'll go insane. Max Rakatansky. Jeez. Yeah, that one. Okay, actually got some more. Maybe we could be happy for a few minutes. I have been working hard. I mean, I'm talking about killing myself hard. And yes, it is. You're right. Guns are an issue, no doubt, but it used to avoid the fundamental issue that the U.S. is a very, very sick society, in my humble opinion. You're not wrong in your humble opinion. No. Okay. So I'm going to show you. I planted flowers. I got flower pots out, and I did that. So all these are there's more of them. You can see the deck is falling apart, but I started to do happy things. I mean, I've been working my ass off, and well, that's okay. I redid this. I didn't feel like uploading these to the thing. So, all right. So this is where my septic system was, and last year I made a beautiful wildflower garden, but the winter was not very kind. And so I started to redo it. And I used all this stuff on the property. Well, I have I had all this firewood because I do heat with wood. And so all this was cut up by my friends, Debbie and Max. They came over and they cut all the wood up, and I had all these little stumps, all these little round stumps. This is not stacked yet. That's a problem. I got to get help because I can't do that. So that turned into a project, and it's weird. You know what? I don't like not setting my stuff up beforehand because I can't. All right. So see, there's the project. I dug it out, and I lined all this. I don't know if you can see it. I lined all this, and those are the stumps from the wood and the old bricks that I had from the property. And now this is going to be all wildflowers again. But this time I just used all the shit I had in the basement. I put the lining underneath, which was really, it was screening material. I can't see you guys. It was screening material. And it was cool. So it's going to be nice. I started putting black mulch. Also, I have all of this black mulch from last year. So I started putting it all in here. It's going to fill in here and all be in here. Then I brought over two wheelbarrowfuls of compost. So it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be pretty. I don't know why I can't see all the pictures. And here's the rewilding. Okay. So this is the project. This is the rewilding project. I don't understand what the hell. This computer's fucked. I don't like when I don't set shit up. Oh, so here's the back, and it's all just a path. I don't know how much you can see, but it's all just a path now that I'm making around the property so I can walk it, but I'm not I'm letting all this stuff, all of this is all growing in. It'd be very pretty, and I'm doing that on the whole place. And I do get nervous about being able to do quality shows when it's this time of year because as messed up as I am, I'm working hard and I am here and doing it. Let's see what's this one. Nope, that's the same one. Wait, that's the back. Let me see if I have the front. I don't know. I just thought it's the same picture. Why is it the same picture? Is this the same picture? No, I don't know. Maybe that's just a little bit different, but it's really pretty. It's nice. It looks like your back lawn too, Scott. Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, um, I guess it's another thing I'm coming on tonight. Hello, Mila. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, Mila knows from the morning, from being on Andrea Above It All. I like the show, and I'm always whining that I have to work in their chat, and I did all these things too. I filled up the pots of flowers. So in the front of the house, which you can see is also falling apart. I don't know why somebody bought this house and never finished the siding all the way down to the to the ground, and I never finished. So all of these were pots that I bought last year. I'm broke this year. I'm a broke joke. I don't need anything, but I like these. So I bought them last year, and they are all easy to make into pots. I drilled holes in the bottom. And then I did this garden. I'm working on this garden. This is just a rock garden, but it's rock garden right next to the see it? Right next to what will be the wildflower garden. And I put some stuff in there. I don't remember the name and all this. And then I planted this, and this will grow up really big, so it'll be nice, nice for me. And I'm trying to get the Amish neighbor to come over and help me bring up my my what is it? Oh, my furniture. My outside furniture. Oh yeah, here. This is it's a workplace. This is like all my work shit. I've got this old cart goes behind the tractor, which got serviced today, which is good because it has to, even though I'm only riding it and mowing paths now. And then there's my old works wheelbarrow, and this is a new member of the family of shit I use. One person, you'd think I had a team, but nope. And I'm disabled. I am the disabled, abled gardener. That's really who I am. I don't know what this picture is. I can't even see. Oh yeah, just a more close up of working. I'm smoking that vape, and it makes me cough. I'm quitting because I can't afford it. All right, here. This was a night picture. A night picture. I started when I came home. I went out today. I went to see my girlfriend, Debbie. Debbie came and took care of my plants when I went away. So I started putting the black mulch all around, and then I'm going to seed it, plant it. Oh my God, I don't even have pictures of everything. There's just so much. And I have pictures I'm collecting from other people. Unapologetic vegan. What the hell was that? Unapologetic. I don't know what this one is. Unapologetic vegan. Oh, that's my dirty fingers. Oh, shit. I took a picture of my dirty fingers because that's it. I'm just dirty, like constantly dirty. But this is a good time of year for me, but it's hard to keep up with the channel. And it's also all this depressing shit just keeps happening. All right, there was something else I wanted to show you too. Oh, yeah, this is the other night. Is this a video? Oh, I don't know if it has sound, but all the lightning we got. Oh, we got so much lightning the other night. I just like videoing. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So see, it's fun to do an impromptu show. What the hell? I'm sharing my life. Nobody fucking else sees it. um, I do have something to tell you guys when I finish doing this. Whoever's with me, it's your personal. You're gonna hear my personal shit. Um, oh, I do have a funny one for you. Do you guys? You want to see a funny one? You want to see a funny one? There she is. Check that out. That's 1984, and I really ruined a good pair of boots. I think I put this one on Facebook. I ruined a good pair of boots. That's the first bike I ever rode. That is a panhead with ape hangers, and I don't know, guys, but do you remember leg warmers? I know that we have an older crowd. So I thought it was hilarious. I really ruined a good pair of boots by wearing leg warmers. And then the glasses, it kills me. And then I found out the idiot boyfriend is still, he's still a loser, living off his kids in New Jersey. What an idiot he was. But nobody ever said I had great taste in men. This is another Marty McCorkle picture I wanted to share. Marty is a follower, and he also is in the little Twitter, the little Twitter community. And this is a beautiful one. I have the tree of life on me, tattooed on my back. I never finished it, but isn't that beautiful? Look at the person in there. That's probably, I just love it. I love his artwork. I wish I could afford a Marty McCorkle, but maybe someday. Maybe someday. I think that's it for the slideshow. I think I showed you all of them. The flowers. Yeah, you guys love, somebody else. Yeah, you like making the flowers. Look at the mold on that house. Holy shit. The deck is so dirty. I have to scrub it. It was a really rainy year last year. If you remember, we had so much water. And so we'll see. I put what was really funny. I put the little, I'm going to come back as me. I put the little, I forgot. I'm not set up at all, so I forgot. Put the little thing of flowers out. And I put everything from the greenhouse on the... Matt! I didn't see Matt was here. There, Marty McCorkle on Twitter. Yeah, I love Marty. And he's such a prolific writer. He would always comment back in the day on Humpty Dumpty Tribe, now, Collapse Chronicles. And and Sam a lot of times would read Marty's comments because they were so good, right? Okay, so what was I going to tell you? Thank you, Matt. I got sidetracked from what I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. After a whole year, my divorce is settled. Okay, all I have to do is sign the paperwork and it's done. What a crazy year this been. Stressful and shitty, and we've had shootings and fucking people want to call us doomers all the time because we think, All right. I'm going to go into this other one. God damn. Okay. Hi, Hoops. You're going to leave. I didn't see your comments. I'm going to have to look at all your comments. How's Canada? Hoops is living off grid, doing some wonderful things, I think. Well, let me say hi to some of you. Hi, Rich, Diana. Hoops, wait, you wrote, before you leave, let's put one of yours up. So Canada had destructive, winds that raced eastward from Kingston to Quebec City, 300 miles. Not that normal. We drove 125 miles damage along the way. Holy shit. You and Kitty. Oh my God. You should go to the Hooples Cat channel. He's really got a great channel. I love his channel. He's so informative and he's so smart. Go to his channel. I'll put a link in afterwards. Those of you that aren't on it anyway. All right. So we're going to do this article so I could get pissed off. And, why did I get divorced? Nicole wants to know. Suffice it to say, I only have one life, and I want to live it in peace and harmony and respect and low stress. And, I'm just trying to be gentle. I married the wrong person, and it was not forever. And I'm being honest with you, Nicole. Wow, when I smoked that vape. So that was that. And it was ridiculous. It's honestly, I mean, yours was what, 1.5 years? And the thing was, there was nothing, nothing to fight over because I gave everything. But the house, forget it, motherfucker. House is not yours. I'm never leaving here. So anyway, it's over. But hey, you want me to do the toilet flush, Matt? Okay, wait. Matt says toilet flush, and I am done. Okay, here we go. Bye-bye. At this age, you don't think it's going to happen. You think you're going to stay with someone. You don't, but when it's just like an untenable situation, you go. And Unapologetic Vegan is here. I have all her pictures, but I didn't bring any over. She's going to be in the gardening video. Definitely. Start sending all of your gardening pictures because I am going to do the Disabled Able Gardener series, and I already showed you, but you haven't even seen what's in the greenhouse, what's growing in my everything. But let's just switch a little bit. Can we switch the gears? Because I have to do this or I'll get really mad. And I have a video I can show before. I guess I'll show this video because here we start all over again. What, with this, why is climate doomism going viral and who's fighting it? And they want to call us, because there's more people talking about it. More people talking about collapse. In Twitter, we'll go there. I'm going to play this, though. I think you guys remember this. As we are the Rodney Dangerfield of the world. We don't get no respect, the doomers. We don't get no respect. And exactly. It is tough because I think that the people that I've met in this whole sphere are the most enlightened, intelligent, caring, and compassionate people. And so I think it really we get a bad rap, and we're getting it now.
There are some conservative climate scientists that put us down for even investigating this and entertaining the idea that we might be WASF, right? And it is very frustrating to see that. Like Michael Mann has written a book recently, which I'm sure it's a very good book. I will read it at some point. I have it, where he actually has been putting the quote doomers down as delusional. And I was wondering if you would want to respond to that and if you know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? I want to stick in the
word doom porn, which greatly offends me. Yes. Really offends me. I'm sorry. That's offensive.
We are brave, we are brave, courageous people willing to look at this.
You see so many narratives these days. It's sort of compelling, almost fictional narratives describing our portending doom. It sells. We call it climate doom porn. I think people who read it, it sort of almost provides adrenaline, the same adrenaline you get from watching an action disaster film. And so it's unfortunate that it's become so prevalent, because so many of these doomist narratives are based on a distortion of the science that's really as bad as the distortions of the science that we're used to seeing from climate change deniers. So it's bad science, claims that we're already committed to runaway warming and all of humanity will be wiped out within 10 years. And there are prominent actors in this space who make that specific claim. That potentially leads us down the same path of inaction as outright denial. If we don't believe there's any agency, if we don't believe we can do anything about the problem, then why bother? The science tells us that we can. We can still prevent.
If you would want to respond to that, and if you know what I'm talking about, do you know?
I know very well what you're talking about. One of the colleagues that I value a lot is Jem Bendel. He and I talk offline, like not for public consumption, periodically, just to check in. And one of the last conversations we had was around Michael Mann's new book coming out that names him and others like us as, as doomers and sort of all of this negative language. And I just encouraged him in the most not urgent. I said, basically, Jem, you've got to realize that Michael Mann and others like him, those who still believe that it's possible to technologically transform things. Connie, my wife, uses her arm and like in a downward like this. And she said, if you're up here and you still believe that it's possible, if we get enough millions of people to get on board, it's possible to transform the system. You're going to hate people down here and despise people down here who say it's inevitable or that we've already been in contraction and collapse for decades. And so I encouraged him at that time, and I encourage others, I certainly encourage the two of you, just love Michael Mann.
Okay.
Just the people who attack us are going to attack
Michael
us.
Mann.
They can't help but attack us. There's no other option for them psychologically, because it's just too excruciatingly painful for them to realize that we're already in contraction and collapse. That's wrong.
All right, are we going to be able to keep being classy? Because now the BBC would like to fuck us over. So I'm going to read this article. I planned the show a little bit, and I figured it would, it would be good to go through. That's not what I want. It would be good to go through this. All right, so let's go through it because it was all over Twitter and everybody was pissed off. So, all right, why is climate doomism going viral and who's gonna fight it? Climate doomers believe the world has already lost the battle against global warming. That's wrong. And while that view is spreading online, there are others who are fighting the viral tide. So obviously people are going on Twitter and they're just getting upset, by the fact that we're telling the truth. As he walked down the street wearing a Jurassic Park cap, Charles McBride raised his smartphone, stared at the camera, and hit the record button. Okay, TikTok, I need your help. Charles is 27 and he lives in California. His quirky TikTok videos about news, history, and politics have earned him more than 150,000 followers. In the video in question, recorded in October 21, he decided it was time for a confession. I'm a climate doomer, he said. Since about 2019, I have believed that there's little to nothing that we can actually do to reverse climate change on a global scale. Well, climate doomism is the idea that we are past the point of being able to do anything at all about global warming and that mankind is highly likely to become extinct. That's wrong, scientists say. But the argument is picking up steam online. Give me hope. Charles admitted to feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and depressed about global warming, but he followed up with a plea. I'm calling on the activists and scientists of TikTok to give me hope, he said. Convince me that there's something out there worth fighting for, that in the end we can achieve victory over this, even if it's only temporary. And it wasn't long before somebody answered, facing up to the doomers. Here she is. Alana Wood is a sustainability scientist based in Tennessee. On TikTok, she's known as the Garbage Queen. After watching Charles's video, she posted a reply and explaining in simple terms why he was wrong. Elena makes a habit of challenging climate doomism, a mission she has embraced with a sense of urgency. People are giving up on activism because they're like, I can't handle it anymore. This is too much. And if it is really too late, why am I even trying, she says. Doomism ultimately leads to climate inaction, which is the opposite of what we want. Why it's not too late. Climate scientist Dr. Friedrich Otto, who has been working with the UN's Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, says, I don't think it's helpful to pretend that climate change will lead to humanity's extinction. So who is this guy? Dr. Friedrich Otto. I don't think it's helpful to pretend that climate change will lead to humanity's extinction. All right. It's in its most recent report, the IPCC laid out a detailed plan that it believes could help the world avoid the worst impacts of rising temperatures. I'm sorry. Oh my God, wait. Now, it involves rapid, deep, and immediate cuts in emissions of greenhouse gases, which trap the sun's heat and make the planet hotter. There's no denying that there are large changes across the globe and that some of them are irreversible, says Dr. Otto, a senior lecturer in climate science at the Grantham Institute for Climate Change and Environment. I don't know where that is. It doesn't mean the world is going to end, but we have to adapt and we have to stop emitting. Okay. Politically, my friends, are we? I mean, okay, fertile ground. Last year, the Pew Research Center in the U.S. ran a poll covering 17 countries, focusing on attitudes towards climate change. An overwhelming majority of respondents said they were willing to change the way they live to tackle the problem. But when asked how confident they were that climate action would significantly reduce the effects of global warming, more than half say they had little or no confidence. Doomism taps into and exaggerates that sense of hopelessness. In Charles's case, it all began with a community on Reddit devoted to the potential collapse of civilization. Oh, probably Reddit collapse or Reddit, whatever the fuck. So the most apocalyptic language that I would find was actually coming from former climate scientists, Charles says. So, they have it. They have it where you can listen to it too. It's impossible to know whether people posting the message Charles read were genuine scientists. But the post had a profound effect on him. He admits, I do think I fell down the rabbit hole. Alana Wood, the sustainability scientist, says Charles's story is not unusual. I rarely at this point encounter climate denial or any other form of misinformation on social media, she said. It's not people saying fossil fuels don't cause climate change. It's people saying it's too late. So TikTok's rules forbid misinformation that causes harm. We sent the company some videos that Elena has debunked in the past. None was found to have violated the rules. TikTok says it works with accredited fact checkers to limit the spread of false or misleading climate information. I don't know about. I've never done TikTok, so I think they're those quick little ones, right? Young and pessimistic. So, although it can take many forms and is thus difficult to accurately measure, Alanis' doomism is particularly popular among young people. It is? My demographic on this channel sure as shit isn't young. All right. There's people who are climate activists and they're scared. They want to make change, but they feel they need to spread fear-based content to do so, she says. Oh boy, is she an apocalyptimist, opium addicted. Then there are people who know that fear in general goes vile and they're just following trends, even if they don't necessarily understand the science. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing is we don't like to spread fear. We just like to talk about what's out there, what's in the mainstream. We don't like to spread fear. I've watched several of the videos that she debunked. Invariably, they feature young users voicing despair about the future. Let me tell you why I don't know what I want to do with my life and why I'm not planning, says one young woman. By the year 2050, most of us should be underwater from global warming. But that's a gross exaggeration of what climate scientists are telling us. Who doesn't? Who says that? Who says that? Nobody says it, that we're going to be underwater. The whole planet's going to be underwater. Oh, my God. A lot of that is often fatalistic humor, but people on TikTok are interpreting that as a fact, Alana says. But is Charles still among them after watching Alana's debunks? Is he still a climate doomer? I would say no. He tells me, I have convinced myself that we could get out of this. All right. So he's convinced himself that we can get out of this, and I'm not convinced that we can get out of this. And the thing is, every show we have so much science, either articles in the mainstream media now. Okay, Kay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll learn more about it. I'm giving you a break from that because that's really upsetting and it just makes me feel like we're going to collapse. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, we read, we read the science, and I'm having a thing on Twitter with Craig Mead. I even introduced him. He's a doomer, but he's not a doomer. And it is a bit exhausting, and I'm going to show you why some of this, and these are all real things. These are all real things that I'm going to show you over here on Twitter. This is Uncovering the Truth About Climate Change, Mark Cranfield. And he has been showing the articles in the science for a long time. He says 10 minutes research confirms that 400 ppm of CO2 produces a Pliocene-like climate of 3C to 4C. Scientists in general, perhaps understandably, are in deep denial of reality, which is extremely hard to face. And we know with great certainties what greenhouse gases do to the planet. And he had a whole thread from 2021. And this is where the rabbit hole I went earlier today when I wasn't outside, and really it is an amazing thread. I suggest that you all go through this thread if you're on Twitter, but if not, I'll just show you real quick. He goes through all the articles, and these are things in mainstream articles. It starts like with 2019. And so there's a lot of Fizzorg. So he starts and he brings the goods, he brings the goods. And so it goes down and he goes through the Guardian and goes through all of this, all of the science. And it's from 2021 and it's a good thread. So now he is saying the IPCC is a mighty false hope propaganda machine. Fossil fuel propaganda is so counterintuitive that people will struggle to get their heads around it, But the premise is simple. 1 trillion tons of atmospheric CO2 produces a 4C planet, but people must have hope. False hope keeps the wheels turning, maintains the status quo. And I think he had been talking about the David Wallace Wells. Investment plans by oil and gas firms will blow us past every assessment of what is safe for the climate, and that's shocking, said Greenpeace's senior climate advisor, Charles Kronik. So The Guardian was talking about this. This was in May. We didn't cover this. There's a lot of a lot of stuff out there. So there are. I don't know about that BBC article. I just think it's. But I don't know what's on TikTok. That's a big thing. I don't really know what's on TikTok. And now I feel like I should make it my business to check out TikTok. So this is where I saw that article. Doomism is about knowing the truth and telling it. Once it becomes clearer that we are doomed and more people become afraid, it will cause a massive surge in activism. Well, it's going to happen because we're seeing it happen. If people understand that in parts of India, it was 120 plus degrees, then I'd say that maybe people will wake up. I know my brother did. He works with people in India. So the wake up is happening. Doesn't mean you stop your life, and it doesn't mean you stop activism. It means that you continue, but you can do it where you live, like I am, thinking about with getting together with people to keep fracking from ruining my county. There's people that are chomping at the bit to do it. Once that property I showed you on the show, well, it ends up, the guy that owns it, he did not sell the mineral rights. He's keeping the mineral rights. He wants to sell the 41 acres and keep the mineral rights as his ace in the hole in case the motherfuckers come in the Republican Party and then open up this county for fucking extraction. That's exactly what it is. And here's Elliot. We've had him on every year. Elliot's got a lot of good stuff too. None of these people are hysterical crazy people, and none of us are getting paid by the fossil fuel industry. And here I wrote, because my comment was, this was an article, and these are all almond trees. You often hear that CO2 is plant food. Let's look at what adding CO2 to the atmosphere is actually doing. These are almond trees in California that the farmer had to cut down. The extra CO2 sure isn't helping them. And I said, well, vegans, vegetarians, and the lactose intolerant are going to have to look for a different source of milk. I think it's time everyone eats what's available locally. That's it. For some, that's not going to be much. And that's really, look at those trees. That's really like unfucking real. It's very dry. And the thread, I think people were trying to do a little, yeah, there was people were trying to kind of find some hopium in this. Like, oh, no, that's really always that happens. But anyway, there was a lot of information. Globally, greening is slowing down. Soil moisture loss due to higher temps, extreme weather, and other climate factors are a major cause of this. And this is from Copernicus. There's a lot of stuff, but you have to know who to look at on Twitter. Twitter can be a shitstorm, and I have a separate political one. I try to separate it from Environmental Coffeehouse, and it drives me crazy. Slowdown of greening trend in natural vegetation with further rise in atmospheric CO2. So I don't know what scientists she was talking about, but, there are the goods. And you don't have to be an idiot to put the dots together. Study of 20 years of series data revealed Earth largely heated due to increased short wave, not trapped by long wave. That's it. Now, see, this person saying CO2 trapping influence is vastly overestimated. That's the one thing about Twitter. You have to be so smart and you have to be discriminating because everybody's got an opinion. I don't look at that. I look at the goods. I look at who brings me the goods, not, the real stuff. Who is bringing the articles? Who's going back to the science and all that? That's the most important thing. All right, guys. Well, I think looking at dead almond trees, I don't know. I think it's kind of depressing. I think maybe we'll just go back to me. And I will probably say goodnight and thank you for indulging me and coming to visit with me, and like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Aw, Angel, I just want to say love to everyone. That's how I feel most of the time. That's how I feel. And, we're making the best of everything. David, are trees being cut to make wood pulp? Lots of trees are being cut in my neck of the woods. Well, wood pulp, and also, that's because they were too dry. They were dying. They were, let me see. Let me see what he says. I like this comment. The almond trees were overplanted. Removal of trees will open land for another crop. Well, let's hope it's good stuff, Oh, yeah. Climate. Okay, Sandy's talking about Twitter, so I'm inviting you all again to Mastodon and the Fediverse. I promise I'm going to get there to check it out. I promise. I'm trying so many different things, and I'm sorry, but I put it up there. I'm trying to be discriminating on Twitter, but I meet a lot of good people on Twitter. But you have to be smart. You have to be really smart. And Facebook is just like family. And sometimes I put up political shit, then nobody likes it anyway. Because I think probably about half of the people that I know on Facebook are probably all Trump supporters. Don't understand anything. I don't know. Oh, who knows? Who knows? Love, light, and peace to you all. Thank you, guys. And remember, you can always help out with this, too. I'm right. I'm getting my shameful grifting. There's my grifting. I'm not so comfortable doing it. All right. We did a fire. We did the toilet flush. Let's see. What kind? Should I go back out with that? Or should I go back out with it? Oh, my God. That was too loud. Help me pick the music to go out with. I think I lost it. The one that you liked. I don't know. The one that I was just doing. I'm on fire. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. Hey, I love you guys. Thanks for coming at the end. Nope, this is not it. Where is it? No, this is that freaky one. Hang on, I'm going to find it. What happened to it? Nope. Okay, we're going through my music list. It was like, what's this? Oh, God. Well, guess what? Nope. I think this is not it either. I lost it. The I'm on fire one. Oh, well, it would have been fun to end with it. Oh, wait, this might be it. Oh, my God, this might be it. Yay! This is it! Woo! Oh, the Antonio show video? Oh, boy. All right. What the hell? I didn't plan this show. The Antonio show video. I don't know if I have it in my list. Listen, I don't have it in my list, Angel. I can't play it. Good night, everybody. I love you all. Thanks for coming. Oh, see you tomorrow night with Jen.